Hello guys, my name is Fox and welcome to part 83 of our Space Rangers HZ, a Warpath playthrough. Let's continue. We're currently on our text quest. We're trying to kill the ranger for our pirate ranking up quest, because he somehow managed to survive. So let's continue. You are on the first level. Directly in front of you, a corridor approaches a door, which has been flung open, which reads admissions department. Immediately in front of it, on both sides of the corridor, there are elevator shafts built into the walls. The door of the closest elevator has been opened hospitably. An offshot from the central corridor leads to the service room and restrooms. Medical personnel and workers walk past you, with an occasional guard strolling by and taking in everything that happens around him with a vigilant eye. Okay, they have a guard out there. Let's go to the service room first, I guess. I don't know why. You are in the service corridor, the restrooms are here. And auxiliary rooms is at the very end of the corridor, and the door closest to you is oddly labeled bureau. Let's go into the restrooms. You are inside the restroom divided into 5 compartments, one for each race of the coalition. The interior is clean, bright and smells of some sort of disinfectant. A plumber is tinkering in one of the stalls, whistling happily. Well, let's do my business. You went into one of the stalls, made a plan and stood in the front of the mirror for some time, examining reflection and stuff. Watch at faucet. You push one of the skins and turned the knob to turn on the water. To your surprise, instead of water coming from the faucet, some sort of rumbling could be heard. You turned the knob once again after hearing another series of unearthly sounds. You had already decided to spit and walk away from the sink when suddenly a powerful stream of ice water blasted out of the faucet. Your scream could probably be heard everywhere, all the way up to the first floor. "Hey pal, it's not your lucky day," remarked the plumber, crawling out of the stall. "You picked the only bad faucet. Couldn't you have put a sign on it? You exploded." "Seemed like everybody already knew," said the worker, shrugging his shoulders apathetically. "Well, what am I going to do now?" Thought the plumber out loud. "Well, I can give you my spare coveralls, they're clean, more or less. Change to the coveralls." You took the plumber's clothing, went into one of the stalls and changed your clothes, so what if nobody will be able to distinguish you from a worker? Now you're dry and comfortable. It's pretty damn handy. Almost automatically filled the pocket of your new jetpack and unexpectedly discovered a magnetic key card inside. Because its owner had just gone off somewhere, decided that it would yet be of use to you personally. So, now we're wearing coveralls and we have magnetic key card. Pretty damn useful. So, let's go and check utility room. You're inside an auxiliary room, it's dark and something is dripping on all the corners. The shelves along the walls are covered with uninteresting odds at the ends. Okay, leave the room. And let's visit the last room out there. You're inside a small dirty room, directly in the center is a table. A few workers are sitting behind it, having a lively conversation about something and throwing dice onto the table from time to time. One more door is visible on the far wall. Let's approach the workers. "Hey man," the workers said in greetings. Apparently not one of them suspected that you weren't their colleague at all. "Let's play the dice." "Say, there's our man," the workers rejoiced. "Take the dice." "What are we playing for?" you asked, just in case. "Just for fun. Gambling is strictly forbidden here. You keep that in mind if something happens." "Let's roll the dice." You shook the dice a bit in your fist and threw them. You got 4 and 4. "Not bad," remarked one of the workers. As he shook and threw the dice, he got 5 and 2. "You won." "Oh yes, that was fun. Let's stop playing." And it looks like no more nothing to do for us out there. Let's head back to the main corridor. We already checked service rooms. Let's use the admissions department. You're in the admissions department. In the very center of the small room is a registration counter, behind which is a nurse clicking away on buttons in deep concentration. The many rows of wheelchairs for incoming patients are entirely empty. Let's approach her. Oh hi, the nurse jumped up from her chair after seeing you in reach wearing coveralls. Oh, hi. Listen, I need to ask for a favor. Do you know how to replace a light bulb? Asked the nurse. You instantly began swearing that you were screwing in light bulbs almost from my mother's womb. Excellent, she said, beaming. Please swing by the second level and replace the light in the general ward. You can get a new bulb from Kuzmich in the office. Her ability to speak in exclamation decidedly touched something in your soul. Why would I do it? Probably I'm gonna receive something for this, but I don't know. We check the service and administration. Let's use the elevator. Start a large elevator. The fans of the climate control system hum softly on the ceiling. There are only 4 numbered buttons on the panel by interest. The button with number 1 is backlit with a soft green light. A second, third or fourth level. Let's go for the second one and let's exit. You're on the second level. The patient wards are located there, a general ward and several private wards for critical cases. A guard is on duty at the doors of the general ward and another muscle head almost entirely blocks the door into one of the private wards. To your left there is a buffet where various kinds of food are being sold. A bit further down the corridor there is a restroom and the room of the doctor on duty. Recurring patients mill past you. Some of them ride by on special gravity wheelchairs. Occasionally attractive female nurses and intimidating male nurses run by. So, what should we choose? Let's go in the row. Approach the internal general ward. The guards near the entrance are looking at you indefinitely, clearly waiting for you to start speaking first. Ask for permission. What's your business there? Asked one of the guards. I'll bet you're sneaking back into gambling with the patients. No way, you protested. I have things to do. Your bet. Get out of here. Okay. What about private wards? There are exactly 3 private wards on the level. An enormous Moloch guard is keeping watch over the entrance to the second ward. His appearance doesn't foreshadow anything good. The door of the other ward have been flung wide open. Nobody's inside. I'm not gonna try to break into the guarded ward. Let's step aside. What about the doctor on duty? Here on the office of the doctor on duty, everything is quiet and calm in here. Everything radiates cleanness. In the corner there is a medical bed. The doctor himself is sitting behind the table, checking something in his medical records. It seems it would be best to not disturb him. Okay. And check the buffet. You are standing in front of the counter, seeing it causes you to involuntarily salivate heavily. The person in a white cap is standing behind the buffet counter and serving customers, of which there is no shortage. Various pastries and other really bad for you munches. Okay. Steal some chocolate, ask much opium, buy some chocolate, steal a big cake, buy a big cake. Let's buy a big cake. It turns out that this profiteer doesn't accept bound cards, only cash. But what you found in your pocket simply won't be enough for a purchase. Okay, so you probably need to find some cash on the other levels. Let's go to the third one. A turnstile rises directly in front of the elevator, blocking the way. Apparently, only those whose work duties require it can get through on this floor. Small image of magnetic card is flashing on the terminal near the turnstile. Or turnstile. That's a good thing that we have this magnetic card. Let's use it. So you inserted the card into the terminal. There was a quiet beep and the terminal gates moved apart with a hiss. The way onto the floor is clear. Okay, let's move. You're on the third level. This is a service floor. Instead of white panels, the walls are only iron and concrete. No signs are anywhere to be seen. There are a total of 2 doors in the long corridor, one on the left and one on the right. There's also a barely noticeable escape hatch leading into a ventilation shaft behind the wall. So we need to check ventilation to try to poison these guys. The door on the right is labeled security chief. No identifying marks can be found on the other door. Security unmarked door, escape hatch. Let's go to the security. You are in the waiting room. The small room without windows. Against one of the walls, so there is sunken couch, and on the opposite wall is the door labeled weapon room. The door of the security chief office is right in the middle, opposite the entrance. One of the doors is written security chief Major Ugrom. Let's try to listen, if there's anyone here. Cautiously crept up to the door and put one ear to it, trying to hear sounds from the other side. It ended when you got hacked in the ear by the door as it opened. Oops. Look at the attacker. Hey, who do we have here? Barked the stern voice of Major Orgrom over your head. Are you spying on me, kid? No, you screamed as the Major's steel fingers dug into your shoulder. I'm just passing by, I'm not a spy. I'm going to tear you in half and eat you, the Major roared, leaning toward you, pale face. Please no. You had already prepared yourself to die, but the Major couldn't contain himself any longer and started laughing. Relax, I'm just kidding. Better go to the guard room and call one of the boys. The Major immediately lost interest in you and disappeared into his office. Let's walk away. Should we try to open the weapon room? I don't think so. Let's go to the unmarked door. You entered the doorway and noticed that you were in a ridiculously small room, in which two guards were discontentedly staring at you, having been interrupted from browsing the magazine of Ranger Pride. What do you want? Asked one of the guards. Major Ugrom wants to see you. He never knows when to stop, said one of the guards, putting the magazine into his pocket. They got up from their seats and left, leaving you there in disbelief at your good fortune. Not only because the guards has left you alone, but more importantly, because you noticed another door in the room. Large letters overhead read, Air Circulation System. Let's go through it. You're in the room with control panel for the air circulation system. It seems this is preciously where you need to come to complete your dark deed. A large portion of the room is occupied by various high-tech devices that flash and twinkle with all sorts of lights. And in the farthest part of the room is the main control panel for the whole system. That's what you'll be able to use to disable the ventilation system and destroy the Rangers along with every humanite in the hospital. An escape hatch covered with warning signs is built into the far wall. Well, let's examine it, we have no other choices. For a couple of minutes you pecked at the control panel with your fingers, and came to the conclusion that you were in position to disable the air supply system and release all of the air. However, all 4 levels of the hospital were controlled by separate units, so you can only release the air in turns, one level after another. Of course, you won't be able to release all of the air in a minute, therefore you need everyone to leave you alone for at least 20 minutes. Just one question remains. If destroying the life of a single ranger was the lives of several hundred citizens of the coalition, and wouldn't it be better for you to think of some other resolution to be a situation without resorting to mass genocide, even though it would guarantee successful completion of your mission? Jam the door, start the procedure to release the... I hope we were gonna have another one choice, or another one attempt on this thing, because I don't want to... I still haven't checked all the floors, or all the hospital, so I don't want to do it quite yet. Jam the door, start the procedure, let's search the room. You rummaged about the room, but you didn't find anything useful other than an emergency cabinet in which a single protective mask was hanging. Let's take a mask. Okay, looks like I have no other choice than just start the procedure. Okay, let's jam the door. After again the heavy operation shattered door, you inserted it instead of the cross piece between the two tubes on either side of the door. This won't hold the guards for long, but it will give you a head start of a couple of minutes. Put the oxygen mask. You remove the oxygen mask from your belt and put it on. This was a wise decision, considering that you will be without air just like everyone else who doesn't manage to put on a mask. Let's start the procedure. Until you confirm that the ranger is in place, you can't begin to unleash your plan. Oh, okay. That's what I've been looking about. And how could I now get rid of face mask? Wants to see you. Uh, okay. I hope oxygen is not gonna run out while I'm doing nothing. So, we already checked 2, let's escape or examine the escape hatch. The escape hatch is completely blocked, dozens of warning signs have been stuck all over it. Next to the hatch is a small panel with a magnetic keycard reader. Let's try it. Inserted the keycard in the panel, there was a quiet beep and the escape hatch opened. Let's get into here. You are inside the ventilation shaft. It's so big you can stand up straight. There are technical signs on the other sides of the tunnel, but they don't mean anything to you. The dim light barely illuminates a web of small tubes and electric cables on the wall. This system runs through the entire building, then it looks like you'll be able to get anywhere you want. Okay, let's leave the tunnel for now. Let's use the elevator and let's go to the 4th level. You're on the 4th level. Directly in front of you there is a hallway without any offshots, with a single door at the far end. 2 guards are standing nearby with weapons in their hands. Halt! Bellowed on one of the guards, raising his weapon as he stepped a bit closer. This place is off limits. Apparently there's nothing you can do here. These guys don't let anybody through, not even hospital employees. Tell him to let you pass or things will get worse. Nope, I'm gonna just go. So, what haven't we checked yet? 1st, 2nd, 3rd level. Let's go to the 1st level one more time. Let's go to the admission. Let's see what this woman wants from me. Let's approach her. Oh hi, the nurse jumped. Looks like nothing, okay. Let's leave her. We already checked the service room. And how could we find any cash? Okay, this freaking oxygen is running away, even though I can't have any chance to get rid of the mask. Really, guys? That sounds really stupid. Okay. Go to the 3rd level one more time. Insert the card. Go to there. Let's use the hatch, try the card, climb inside. And let's go to the right. Before you had to walk 20 steps down the tunnel, you nearly topped into a vertical shaft that leads somewhere below. Probably to the 2nd level. Looks like you won't have any luck here. Okay, what about the left? You walked about 20 steps and saw an escape hatch in the solid wall of the tunnel. Try the worker's card. On what? Let's try it. The hatch opened without giving you any trouble, and you climbed into a dimly lit room. Look around. You are in the room... Oh, oxygen just refilled. You are in the room with the control panel for the air circulation system. It seems this is preciously where you needed to come to complete your dark deed. A large portion of the room is occupied by various high-tech devices. Okay, I already saw this message, I guess. An escape hatch covered with warning signs and built far into the wall. Let's examine it. For a couple of minutes you pecked at the control panel. Blah blah blah. Just one of the questions, is destroying the life? It was... I already saw this. And yeah, I've already been into this room. I can't start the procedure before something would happen. Okay, let's try to examine it one more time. Go left and go further. We walked for quite a long time until the tunnel was obstructed by the blades of an enormous fan. It's running and therefore no way to get around it. Okay. So I guess we could get into here with our card. Let's return, and yeah, nothing else. Let's go to the chief room and try to open the weapon room. You watch the door closely, it's closed, but on the wall nearby there's a small panel to unlock it using a magnetic keycard. Let's try our card. Put the card into the reader on the panel, there was a quiet beep, but the door didn't open and a red light started flashing on the panel. Looks like we need another type of card. Okay guys, it's actually a time for us to have a break, so if you enjoyed watching this, you could leave a like, if you want to see more, you could subscribe, and if you want to leave a comment, you should definitely do it, and I would answer as soon as I could. See you later guys, bye bye.